Hello, this is V. Welcome to my channel. Today is April 1st, so happy first day of the month. Time is passing by so fast, I cannot believe it, but I'm happy that with the beginning of this new month, we also have a new challenge. The very first one for me this year, it's the 30 Inks 30 Days Challenge, and for this year, I'm thinking on taking a different approach and kind of vlog about my experience during these 30 days. And to start with it, I went over my inventory of inks and I have so many. Let me just show you. As you can see here, I have them separated by colors. I think these are the gray and black, not that many. And here I have kind of like the turquoise green blues, and here I love these pouches. These are from Hobonichi and they are so helpful. I think I'm gonna get more of these, but here I have all my brown inks. And if you follow me on this channel, you may know that I'm looking for the perfect brown. So here are the ones that I have so far in my collection. And let's see what else. These I think are all my green ones, kind of like a warm green or yellow greens. Here are my red, yeah, these are the red, orange and yellow inks, so they're all here together. Let me place this to the side. And I have more pouches here. I think these are my blue inks, and yeah, these are all my blue inks, and I think this is the most that I have in terms of colors. So these are the blue, and I think these are I already forgot. Oh yes, my purple ones. So in terms of the amount of colors for each of the samples, I have the first one will be blue, then purple, and I think followed by maybe greens if I put together the blue greens and I mix them with the yellow greens, and then my browns. But yes, so this, I love this pouch, it's so cute. But yes, so I've been sorting all of these inks. Took me maybe 3 nights between sorting the colors, and then I also swatched them in one of my Hobonichis. Let me show you. Right here, this is the Hobonichi that I picked. This was the other option that I had. And this year was one of my goals has been to use my sketchbooks and my journals and planners, as well as art supplies, more than in previous years, not to overthink things and just go for it. So this is the, I guess, notebook that I use for swatching all the inks that I have by color, as you can see there, just to have them all together in one place. And there were a few that, for example, this one is more like, I will guess, in the purple category. This one, I think it looks more brown, as well as this one. There is definitely some resorting that I will have to do at some point, but I think my first goal has been accomplished, which is having them all swatched on paper. And it was so much fun to do this, and aren't these lovely? But yes, so in terms of how I'm gonna proceed with this challenge this time around, I don't know if I'm gonna do any of the following months. I think I tend to do once per year, just because 30 days can get quite intense. even though it's fun, and it's always, I don't know, let me just show you some of these sketchbooks that I have where I did 30 inks 30 days. So I think this is the latest one, and I don't remember if these were full videos or shorts. At the beginning, the very first times that I did this challenge, all of my videos were shorts, and it was so much fun. And the way that I approached previous years was mostly trying to capture some of my characters and see how each of them look with the different colors and inks that I swatched. So as you can see here, I did this character inspired by my puppy, and it was a very simple page where I just did a swatch and wrote down the name of the ink, and then the color, and then I also gave kind of like my rating for each of the inks, which I use as reference for maybe inking a pen and maybe trying the ink later on, doing more tests and see how it behaves on other papers. So that rating was used for that as reference. But yes, this was so much fun. And the very first times that I did this challenge, I think it was this one with this character inspired by my little niece. And then following that, well, these are some sketches that ended up to be this character inspired by my son. And let me just show you the actual swatches. So this is inspired on my little niece, and this was done on a Midori notebook. I really love this paper. I think it works well with inks, as you can see here. And then I think the other half, yeah, the other half was for the other character. So it's really nice to go over previous work, and in this case the pages that I did for this challenge. And also I love seeing like the colors on page. As you can see, also these two versions were similar to the puppy one, where I just did a swatch, then the character, just to see the line work. And also I had the name of the brand and the color of each of the inks to use as reference for future use. These ones didn't have ranking though. And so I spent a few nights going over my previous swatches for this challenge, and also kind of thinking on my approach this time around. Here's also something that I've been doing, I think, for in-flight unboxings. I kind of switch things up over there, so how I'm swatching things. So instead of just swatching, I'm doing some type of artwork. So as you can see here, the swatches, actually this is, I'm using also the pages on this Hobonichi to swatch other inks, but the swatches for this one, okay, let me just show you. So this is, for example, for January I swatched the 7 inks, and then I created some type of artwork using those inks. So I was going over this as well, and I was like, should I do something similar? And then decided that maybe not, just so that you know, things don't become too repetitive. So then I also found these swatches that I did during one of my unboxing and swatching time for in-flight, and this is so helpful. These are kind of like ink information pages from by ink journal, and as you can see here, it has like also swatch card and then more detailed information about each of the inks that are swatched here. And this is so cute. This is their rating, and they have flow information, saturation, shading, sheen, and ghosting, as well as some notes. And also I got to test each of these inks on a pen. So these kind of inspire me to maybe do kind of like my own version based on the information that I need to capture the most. As you can see, I left some sections blank, so let me just show you. This is a Midori notebook that I've been using to, I think at first to just capture, it was kind of like a journal, and then I started to like kind of like write information about inks and then about, I think, plan and now I went back to writing down about this challenge, for example. So here is my first iteration of how my swatch card, I guess, will look like. So I will have branding, or the brand name, the name of the ink, the color, the pen, and then a swatching card here, or a swatching section. And then here I will have a writing sample, and then here I will kind of like write down similar to what I did here for the flow and the shading and saturation. I just kept these three properties right here, and then I have also three more properties, but they're arranged differently. This is for sheening, shade, and shimmer, and then my rating will be 1 to 5. So this is how it looks there. And then for the notebook, but in this case planner, but I guess it would be more like an ink notebook. I will be using my Hobonichi. Which year is this? This is 2023. I used this one, just a couple of pages. This I think was also for a 30 inks 30 days challenge for April of that year, and also another one for September of that year. So those are the inks that I tried at the time. But after that, I really didn't use this planner, and I really like the layout. There is more space, I think, to write, maybe in comparison to the regular Hobonichi. Is there? Let me see. Maybe it's the same, but somehow, I don't know, maybe because of this section. I think it's the same, but nonetheless, I really wanted to use one of my Hobonichis, and this one I think will be best for this challenge. And what I did is also prepare kind of like the layout here on a sample page with all the entries that I mentioned. So this will be the layout that I will be doing for each of the inks that I will be swatching for 30 inks 30 days. Let me just make sure that it is, yeah, right there. And I'm really happy with how things are going so far. There has been a lot of thinking for sure, mostly preparation for this, and I wanted to make sure that similar to this, the way that I approach this, there is a system just so to make it easier for me to kind of like make these 30 days survivable, because they can get quite intense, especially with the editing. I think that's the one that takes the most for me. But yes, so hopefully I get to finish this challenge and meet my goal for this month of filling out this Hobonichi with 30 maybe new and for sure beautiful inks. Let me know if you are participating on this challenge and if you will be following me along. Tomorrow I will have day 1 and day 2 together. I want to make sure that at this challenge it's a bit more organic, and I think in terms of videos, I may not be posting daily. However, I will be sharing each of the 30 inks that I will be swatching this month, just so that I can make things a little bit more flexible for me, since things can get quite hectic. So yes, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow for day 1 and day 2 of 30 inks 30 days. Take care. Bye.